Good morning, everybody. This is Toucan Dragon, and welcome back to Digimon Rearise. Today, we're going to be talking about the new ultra-level Digimon, Armageddemon. This badass-looking Digimon made his debut in the Digimon movie Revenge of Diaboromon. If you haven't seen this movie, you should because it's pretty awesome. But a quick spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Armageddemon kinda kicks Omegamon's ass in that movie. But Toucan, why bring this up? You might be wondering. Because Armageddemmon's whole kit is centered around defeating Omegamon, which I thought was kind of funny and a good attention to detail. So right away, just to get this out there, I think this banner is a skip. Yes, he deals with Omegamon and kinda some brave Digimon, but that's all he can do. Yes, he can help during Brave Week, but let's be real here. With the release of Omegamon Paladin mode and the rise of Tech and Calm Digimon, people up in the high leaderboards, they're going to be running more mixed teams even during Brave Week. So in Brave Week, I guarantee you're going to see Omegamon Paladin mode and possibly Dynasmon again, because we did see him in the last few weeks in Brave Week. So Armageddemon is not really equipped to deal with them, just Omegamon. And yes, he can deal high damage, but his DPS, it's not fast enough compared to other Digimon that we have out. So let's go more into detail about it. So for this comparison, I'm going to compare Armageddemon with Deft Lilithmon and Deft Galmon, as well as Deft Creepymon. Creepymon is here because he is in the same banner as Armageddemon, and in a way I kind of believe Creepymon is still pretty good, even though he came out a while back. But I'll go more in detail later. Armageddemon has the highest HP of all Deft Digimon, at least currently in the game. His HP is at 8678, with Lilithmon being at 7788 and Galmon being at 7788 as well. And looking at his defense at 1673, which is higher than Lilithmon's 1613, and more higher than Galmon's 1532. So right away, Armageddemon can take a lot of hits. He has enough bulk in that HP and enough defense to be able to take as many hits as he can. Next, looking at his tech, Sex at 3305, which is the same as Lilithmon, 3305, and Galmon is more at 3469. And then lastly, looking at the speed, Armageddemon has the highest speed between the two of them at 25, while the other ones have it at 22. Let's look at Creepymon. So Creepymon has HP at 6860, which is incredibly low compared to Armageddemon. But he makes up for it in his power at 3920, while Armageddemon, an ultra-level Digimon, has his tech at 3305. Next, going down to defense, Creepymon's defense is slightly lower, but still pretty good at 1613. And Creepymon's speed is higher than Armageddemon, which is at 27. So, looking at Armageddemon, his stats are really good. But he's an ultra-level Digimon. Compared to someone like Creepymon, who is just a Mega, Creepymon's actually pretty good stat-wise, minus the HP, but he kinda makes up for it a little bit, which I'll go more into detail when we get to his abilities. But just know for Armageddemon, stat-wise he's good. His tech, though, does compare that with Lilithmon, so you can argue that Lilithmon can be somewhat of the same attacker as Armageddemon, and you would be right, but let me just show you. Looking at their abilities, Armageddemmon's main skill, he deals 500% damage to one enemy, and on top of that, he ignores Omegamon's damage limiter, and increases all allies' block rate by 30% for 5 turns. So
now that's a lot of damage!
He's doing a lot of damage, but it's just to one enemy, and it's meant for Omegamon. And because of his passive, which I'll go over right now, let's just get the sub-skill for now, he deals 1.35 times more damage when going against brave enemies, and he targets them first, so he prioritizes them before anyone else, so a good chance you'll hit Omegamon if your enemy is having just one Brave, which is Omegamon in their team, but at least you'll know he'll be able to do a lot of damage to that one Brave. Now, if your enemy is running Crusadermon or Regulmon and manages to put up an evasion, then you would wait on using his main skill because you want to get the evasion out of the way first because he does not cover evasion. So he prioritizes them before anyone else, so a good chance you'll hit Omegamon if your enemy is having just one Brave, which is Omegamon in their team, but if they have multiples, it might be a slight problem, but at least you'll know he'll be able to do a lot of damage to that one Brave. Now, if your enemy is running Crusadermon or Regulmon and manages to put up an evasion, then you would wait on using his main skill because you want to get the evasion out of the way first because he does not cover evasion. Next part of his passive kind of helps him going against Omegamon and other Brave Digimon. It increases his own power damage resistance by 50% permanently. So that's pretty good. He has bulk. He has a lot of bulk due to his abilities and his defense and HP. He's meant to go against Brave Digimon, so during Brave Week, he can actually do pretty good if you don't have a lot of Brave Digimon. However, that is also his downfall. Only being able to go against Brave Digimon to give himself more bulk, more power, and to deal with Omegamon's damage limiter, it hinders him. It makes him more specialized, more situational, and that's the problem. He's good. Like, his abilities are good, his stats are good, but I just think it came out a little too late. And before I forget, his sub-skill helps with sub-skill. He deals 25% damage to 3 enemies and increases on defense by 50% for 5 turns. He's a tank! So if anything, maybe just running him for a tankiness, I guess? And just picking off enemies one by one? But I don't like the one by one aspect though. Especially if your enemy is running Omegamon, Dynasmon, Imperialmon Paladin mode. Omegamon, yeah, Omegamon's covered because of him, because of Armageddemon. But Paladin mode and Dynasmon, he can't cover that. If their evasion is up, he can't hit them. If their evasion is down, because you're able to get it down and then use him, you can, but that takes too much time. At least, in my opinion. Unless you're running a full bulky team, and you could afford to waste that much time, then go for it, but the damage per second here is low. Too low for my liking, at least. You know? That's just me. Going to Lilithmon's main skill, this is where I like Lilithmon better. Lilithmon deals damage to 2 enemies, and recovering her HP by 50%. Reducing the enemy's defense and tech by 20%. And increasing her own defense and tech by 40%. And on top of that, she ignores damage limit, evasion, and shields. So basically, she grabs Armageddon's main skill and makes it better. She's not dealing 500% damage, but she's dealing damage to 2 enemies, healing herself, ignoring their gimmick, and lowering their tech and defense while increasing her own tech and defense. So Lilithmon has more sustainability and more, I guess, overall support for her team, because she'll lower the enemy's tech and defense, so they're doing less damage to your team, and you're dealing more damage to their team, at least to their half of the team, because there's only 2 enemies. I like Lilithmon better, to be honest, and if we're going to argue how Armageddon's stats are better because it's an Ultra, look at Lilithmon's tech. It's the same as Armageddon's. They're both doing the same amount of base damage. Now, it differs slightly because of the main skill, because of Lilithmon's main skill dealing 340% damage to 2 enemies, but she's hitting more enemies, and lowering the defense, and their tech, and increasing her own tech and defense, and ignoring their gimmicks, so she's dealing more DPS. She's doing damage faster than, because Armageddon's is only hitting 1 enemy, while Lilithmon's hitting 2. That's 1 more than Armageddemon, and that's one more that's better. And then going to her sub-skill, she has a skill lock. Yes, we have Digimon who could cover skill lock, but not a lot. As of right now, Mastermon and Black or Greymon I've seen a lot in the Battle Park. They're the ones who cover skill lock. I'm seeing more Black or Greymon, to be honest, than Mastermon. So Lilithmon can skill lock other Digimon that are not Brave or Calm, which is still pretty good coverage, you know? And on top of that, her passive protects all allies from status effects, shock, paralysis, freeze, stun, and sleep. Which is very important right now, because in this meta right now, again, nobody's really covering that as much. So with Lilithmon, we have that support there. So in general, or overall, Lilithmon with the same amount of tech as an ultra level Digimon, I believe is worth a spot in the team than Armageddemon. Well, at least in a more general aspect. Because Armageddemon is good, but he's more specific now. He's more situational because he's only able to deal with Omegamon. Yeah. I mean, like, Armageddemon can deal with other Digimon, yes. But, again, it all comes down to how much damage you're doing in a short amount of time. Yes, he has a lot of bulk, he has a lot of defense, he can take a lot of hits, but he's killing one enemy only, every time, and if he's your main damage dealer, it's going to be very slow. Maybe paired with Intelligent Paladin mode, but again, I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. It sounds like I'm saying he's horrible. He's not horrible. He's good. He's good. But if you're free to play, I suggest just skipping this one. Digimon, main skill, he deals damage to 2 enemies. He has Omegamon's gimmick where when he does a crit, he deals 3 times more damage. And he lowers enemies' tech resistant by 20%, so he could do more damage or help the team deal more damage. His sub-skill boosts his own crit by 40%, so sub-skill first, then main skill. And then his passive, he gives all Deft allies immunity to shock, paralysis, freezing, stun, and sleep. So with these Digimon here, again, for me, Lilithmon takes it. She was out a while ago, so I guess if you want to argue you don't have any good Deft Digimon, you can go for Armageddemon, because he is a good Deft Digimon. But if you have Lilithmon, I think you're fine just waiting, to be honest. Because Lilithmon has more coverage of Digimon in today's meta than Armageddemon does. Next, let's look at Creepymon. So Creepymon, yes, he's an older Digimon, but I still like him. I still believe he has a place right now because of his main skill. In his main skill, he deals 304% damage to 2 enemies. He gives himself a 500 HP periodic heal for a turn, and has 55% chance to inflict burn on those 2 enemies. Really high chance to inflict burn. So, yeah, that alone, I believe he still has a place in today's meta. And if you look at his sub-skill, which is just Shout, he gets attention of all allies for 2 turns, but he also increases his counter rate by 70%. So as he gets a hit, he's hitting back. When he hits back, he's healing himself. So it's a never-ending cycle. I remember how annoying he was back in the day, because I was stupid enough to not pull him that banner. He was so annoying to deal with. His passive, he nullifies all dot damage affecting Deft allies, and he increases his own power by 15% every time he gets attacked. Maxes out at 75%. So, scenario, you use Shout, and then use main skill. Or you use main skill first, and then Shout. You get hit. Power goes up. He counters. Enemy has pursuit or another counter, goes back. It never ends. It's a cycle that keeps going. He buffs himself up to like 30% easy with just 2 hits. Creepymon is self-sustaining. Creepymon is the pinnacle of a self-sustaining Digimon that's next to Lilithmon. Being able to heal himself, buff himself, and to distract the enemy, giving these allies enough time to set up the field. Creepymon still has a place, I believe. Now, is he worth pulling for in this banner? I don't think so. Yes, these two are really good Deft Digimon, and this banner is tempting, but if you're free to play, I would just wait. And I know it's hard to say that because Armageddemon has his full set of plugins in the shop, in the Battle Park shop and the Ruby shop, so he'll be buffed out to the max. Yet, which, yes, it'll be good, but keep in mind, just because a Digimon is getting the full set of plugins early, doesn't mean they're going to be good in the long run. Yes, Armageddemon will probably be good a week or two, especially for Deft Week. Deft Week, he'll blow people away. But, I don't know. I'm free to play, and I don't think he's worth it. Well, not that he's not worth it, I think it's a skip, and it's okay to skip this one, because we're getting more Digimon out coming soon. And I have Lilithmon, so with Lilithmon, I have that coverage if I need it. Currently, I haven't had the need for that coverage, because I'm able to use fighter Digimon like Tiger Vespamon, who can stun my enemies to give me a chance to lower their evade, limit, and shield effects, so I'm covered on that still. The only problem I have with Battle Park is, one, me being lazy, and two, not having enough time to play Battle Park. Because I don't like wasting rubies in Battle Park, which I probably should. I would probably get a higher ranking if I do. But I don't know, I'm stingy with my rubies. You know, I'm fine getting 400 rubies every week. I'm fine with that. But anyways, I went off on a tangent. All in all, guys, again, Armageddemon is good. I'm not saying he's not. He is good. I like him. I just think he came out too late. And if you're free to play, I think you should skip. If you're missing a good Deft Digimon, then you can. You know, because it's good to have at least one good Digimon in each personality. And if you're lacking Deft Digimon, because let's be honest, there hasn't been a lot of Deft Digimon banners. I would maybe think about it. You know, he will be good to have, but keep in mind how much rubies you're gonna be wasting. First, you gotta pull for him. If you don't pull for him right away, then you'll be wasting a lot of rubies. You finally get him. You could buy his first set in the Battle Park shop, which should be easy. But if you want his full set to get him fully maxed out, you have to spend 200 more rubies in the Ruby shop. And there's a chance you might not have enough for that because you wasted it all pulling for Omegamon. So, he won't be completely maxed. He'll just have one set, which isn't too bad. But if you want him to blow enemies away in the Battle Park, he needs his full set. He'll be godlike, basically. So, I guess keep that in mind. If you want to pull for him, you can. Just keep in mind on how much rubies it'll cost you in the long run, because you're not just pulling for him, but you're buying his rubies. You're buying his plugin set when it comes out in the shop. Yeah, keep that in mind. He'll be pretty expensive. I know when Pokemon was, because you gotta pull for him first and then buy the stuff for it afterwards. So with that said, I think it's worth waiting. More Digimon coming out soon, so don't worry about it, to be honest. But anyways, guys, now I know your thoughts. Are you gonna pull for Armageddemon? And if not, then what Digimon are you saving for? Have you looked ahead in JP and seen what they have? If so, what has caught your eye? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please do me a favor, hit that like button. It'll support the channel tremendously and I'll really appreciate it. And if you guys haven't already, then you should subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post more videos. This has been Toucan Dragon, and if I can, you can too. Bye guys.